Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Sheldon Boyd, the Secretary Treasurer for the band. I'm doing a follow-up to the monthly videos and have some material prepared by staff. We have a lot of things to cover in this short video, and maybe we'll start doing some more due to the amount of the content and the information that we need to get out to everyone via this media. The big one, I'll start off with the Band Assembly and the Chief Executive passed into law a band member legal aid statute, and that previously the Office of Band Member Legal Aid was under the Office of the Solicitor General, which historically was a conflict of interest, and folks were aware of that. And we got that moved out of there into a separate board. And beginning in September, they'll have a 5-member board of directors that will start oversight of band member legal aid, and they'll get their policy started, okay? And that's Ordinance 52-21. It also prohibits band member legal aid from representing clients for crimes against other band members, and prohibits the representation of certain drug offenses. And some of the exceptions to that are the representation for first-time possession offense, that is a second degree or less. Those are that's the contents of the bill that was a result of the discussion of the band member legal aid staff and the reps who were voicing their concerns of the communities. So that was a significant piece of legislation that kind of took care of those inherent conflicts that were historically there. Other things that we're working on currently now are there's a Sovereignty Commission. That's a draft bill that's out there, and that's part of the Minnesota Chippewa Tribe Delegates initiative. Due to where all that was going with the delegates, the need or there was a need to create a commission under band law to create a mechanism for funding, so they could, the ultimate purpose, as it's stated, is researching and protecting the band's sovereignty. So that's kind of the purpose of that Sovereignty Commission. Another one, and this is historic also, is there's a bill out there. It's called the General Welfare Exclusion Bill, and the band is working they're taking advantage of a federal law. It's the General Welfare Exclusion Act of 2014 that's been out there, and that legislation is aimed at to alleviate the tax burdens that members get via per caps and minor trust fund payments. And so we'll go into that a little bit more, but keep in mind that once that bill is enacted and the funds start tagged as such, the intent of that is to reduce the taxable income to band members. It's something that's been out there for a while and is being taken advantage of by this bill currently. Specifically from the Office of the Secretary Treasurer, we're working on the overall picture of the investment portfolio historically, and we're looking at the historic fees and the oversight that go along with that very huge part of the band's assets and the treasury of the people, and that's a really big subject there, but we're continuing to work on that. So I'll close with this being kind of the fourth year of the term that I was given, and there were some goals that I had out there, and we're doing really well on getting through those goals. And first of all is the live streaming. We've been live streaming for 2 months now, and it's going pretty good. And I remarked at one of the end of the live streaming that we want to make this a part of government and part of kind of the accountability piece that we strive to get to, and invite everyone to seek out and get the information about how to take a look at that stuff, either live streaming, or you can sit back and view that stuff in the when you do have time. Another one is the data practices and open meeting law. That's a draft piece of legislation that has to do with creating a framework for kind of the transparency in government. It gives a framework for the exchange of information, either by members to government, and how the government handles the information, and what people can and can't see. And that's real important to do the best to minimize kind of those unknowns about how you handle your information, but what people can view and request. Okay. Just to finish on the investment committee, there's a draft bill out there to create an investment committee that's kind of the structure that tribal governments need, governments in general, in particular tribal governments, about beginning to manage and oversee the investments of, say, states or governments, and in this case, the tribal government, our government. And those duties fall underneath the office of the Secretary Treasurer, but the investment committee is being designed so it'll have the permanent entity that will provide consistency with those in the management of those funds, and the Secretary Treasurers by nature are lay people, and that's built to account for a change in power, and that's the purpose of the investment committee. Outside of that, I'll close for now, and like I always say, we've got a lot to talk about, and I'll stop there. Okay, thank you very much, Bewitch.